Welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments at the court and the opportunity to ask questions. In the case of Hashim Thaçi, Kadri Veseli, Recep Salimi, and Jakub Krasniqi, the fourth witness called by the Thaçi defense team, James Covey, finished his testimony last Thursday. The next hearing in the trial is scheduled for Monday, the 27th of October, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. In the case of Hashim Thaçi, Isni Kilay, Bashkim Smakaj, Fadil Fazliu, and Hayreddin Kuçi, related to allegations of the illegal influencing of witnesses, a public redacted version of the specialist prosecutor's 19th of September pretrial brief was issued this week and can be found on the website. The pretrial brief includes a summary by the prosecution of the evidence which it intends to present at trial for each charge, including transcripts of judicially authorized recordings made in the detention unit during visits. On the basis of these recordings and other evidence, the prosecution claims in its pretrial brief that during his personal visits to the detention unit, Mr. Thaçi, quote, repeatedly, deliberately, and unlawfully disclosed confidential information about SPO witnesses, knowingly revealed their identities and evidence in violation of court orders, and provided specific instructions on how witnesses should testify. The brief also outlines allegations and evidence to be presented about the role played by the other four accused in the case. All five accused have pleaded not guilty to all charges. The pretrial judge has also invited the defense teams to file their own pretrial briefs, should they choose to do so by the 20th of October. As a reminder, the judge has informed the parties that she intends to transmit the case to a trial panel in the first half of November, subject to pending Court of Appeals panel decisions. In the same case, a decision by the single judge from 2023 was made public last week, in which the judge addressed a defense request for measures to ensure confidential communications between Mr. Thaçi and his lawyers, in light of the special investigative measures that the judge had authorized for certain visits as part of the investigation. The judge granted the defense request for assurances that no privileged communications between the accused and his lawyers were recorded. He confirmed that no privileged visits with lawyers were ordered to be recorded, and that, having taken note of all of the relevant reports, the judge was unaware of any deliberate or inadvertent recording of privileged visits during the relevant time. On 3rd of October, and in separate decisions, the pretrial judge extended detention for Mr. Thaçi, Mr. Smakaj, Mr. Fazliu, and Mr. Kilay. As a reminder, the fifth accused in this case, Mr. Kuçi, has not been detained. For each of the four accused whose detention was extended, the pretrial judge followed the law in assessing whether there is a risk that the accused will flee, obstruct proceedings, and/or commit further offenses. For each of the accused, she concluded that all these risks still exist. She also assessed whether these risks could be mitigated through measures other than detention, and whether detention was proportionate. According to the law, fresh reviews of detention for these accused will be conducted within the next 2 months.